It is not a matter of luck or coincidence that you are currently able to hear this message. Your spirit has been guided to this place, which is why you are here now. You are aware that this time is intended for you because deep down you feel that something inside you has been woken awake. The season of waiting is officially gone. The chapter that you have been working so hard to prepare for is about to be revealed, and it is going to have a revolutionary impact on the world. This is not the conclusion of the narrative of your life. It is the revelation of your true cause for being, the reason you were brought into existence on this planet. For such a long time now, you have carried hardships that were invisible to other people. You have experienced times of rejection, misunderstanding, and mockery. You have faced criticism, disbelief, and even ridicule from others regarding the direction you have decided to take in your life. Yet, despite all of this, you never relented in your devotion to your faith. You refused to give in to despair and surrender your soul. Each and every difficulty that you have endured has been a fire intended to purify you, not to destroy you. You are not here as a result of chance or happenstance. You are here because you are one of the select few, one of the chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. Bravery to provide an answer. There are a great number of individuals who hear the whisper of destiny, but only a small number of people rise up to accept it. You are one of the select few who have been chosen. You have continued to be unwavering in the face of repeated challenges, despite the fact that the world has put you through countless trials. While you were in the woods, you remained loyal. As a result of that, the opportunities for transformation are now presenting themselves to you. The purpose of this message is not to instill fear in anyone. The subject of this discussion is not loss. The focus of this is a transition, a sacred crossing into a greater sphere of life, peace, and purpose. You are being called upon to fully embrace the entirety of who you were always destined to be together. Take a time to reflect on all of the things that you have been through. The burden of disappointment that felt like it would be impossible to carry, the tears that you shed when no one was there, and the long nights of doubt. There was no waste of any of it. Each and every instant was in the process of shaping you and molding you into a person who was strong enough to bear the weight of the light that you were supposed to carry. God was sowing the seeds of resilience in the same places where people perceived vulnerability. In the same way that God was writing preparation, other people perceived failure. Be aware of the following. Just because you were selected does not mean that you are destined to have an easy life. To be more precise, it frequently signifies the exact opposite of that. Those who have been chosen are subjected to more frequent testing, more frequent refinement, and more frequent challenges since their destiny requires more of them. Diamonds cannot be created in a comfortable environment. They are manufactured when subjected to extreme pressure. Without the use of fire, it is not possible to purify gold. And that is how it has been for you as well. The challenges that you encountered were not meant to serve as penalties for you. They served as confirmations, signs that you were being prepped for something of greater significance. There will always be people who make fun of the things that they are unable to understand. Family members that do not have confidence in you. Companions who are incapable of comprehending the reasons you have chosen to follow the particular course of action that you have. People you do not know who make fun of your spiritual beliefs or disregard your principles. Don't let their opinions to dictate who you are. Your vision was not bestowed upon them. They were not given the responsibility of carrying out your task. The scorn that you were subjected to was part of the purifying process, which was a test to determine whether you would continue to be faithful even when no one else had faith in you. And that is exactly what you did. That is the reason why today you are standing here, prepared to take the next step forward. To be honest, the purpose of this moment is not to abandon something. It involves taking the leap and entering into something of a higher order. The corporeal world, with all of its diversions, noises, and illusions, is no longer your home. There is an infinite amount of love, calm, and heavenly protection that surrounds you when you are brought into a realm. It is not death that awaits you. It is a transformation. It is the most brilliant and bright type of life that exists. It is the revelation of the eternal that exists within each and every one of us. At this very moment, a holy invitation is being offered to people. It is not something that everyone is going to be able to identify. Not all people will be in agreement with it. However, you are the chosen one, and ever since before you were born, you have been getting ready for this time. The day on which you were born, your spirit has always been aware that it was destined for greater things. You had always felt deep down that you were unique, that the rhythm of your tale was different from everyone else's, that you were meant to do something else entirely. And you were correct. Consider some of the most significant people who have ever lived, those that were in possession of the truth, those who carried the torch, the individuals who maintained their composure despite the fact that the entire world was opposed to them. They were not comprehended in the way they intended to be. They were subjected to ridicule. They were denied. However, they were selected in the same way that you are. They did not have an easy path to follow, but the legacy they left behind would last for all of eternity. You are called to that same vocation as well. You follow in the footsteps of those who were aware of the fact that life is not a matter of chance, but rather a matter of purpose. Each and every trial, every single setback, and all of the tests that you have encountered have all been part of a grander scheme that has been propelling you into this specific moment in time. The present moment is the time to release all of your fears. It is now time to let go of every doubt that has ever whispered to you, you were not good enough. Because you were selected, you are already enough. The pursuit of perfection was not the goal of this trip at any point. It was always about religious belief, not concerning success in the material world, but on the ability to withstand spiritual challenges. It is not about demonstrating your abilities to others. Rather, it is about remaining faithful to the calling that only you were able to hear. There is something that the selected ones are aware of that other people are not. Giving up in that situation is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is a sign of strength. The act of relinquishing control means that one is giving up the responsibility of being in charge, to let go of the perpetual striving, and to have faith that the plan that God has for you is better than any plan that you could make for yourself. To put it another way, I have confidence in the person who is guiding me, so it is not necessary for me to completely comprehend each and every step. When you live your life with that perspective, when one gives up the battle, life no longer feels like such a challenge. You start to move in harmony with the divine energy, propelled forward by love rather than held back by fear. There is no reason to be afraid of this transformation. It is something that should be welcomed with open arms. This is not the end of your identity. It is just a part of it. This is the moment when you discover who you have been all along. You enter into a world that is guided by compassion, love, and resilience in every action that you take when you completely embrace your mission in life. You are no longer held back by the opinions of other people. You are no longer held responsible for the errors that your history, the trials and tribulations that you have experienced are no longer the defining characteristics of who you are. The holy spark that resides within you is what defines you as a person. That spark is poised to shine more brilliantly than it ever has. Your guide will be the compassion that you feel. Those who have been selected are not merely asked to survive for their own sake. They are called to become vessels through which healing is brought to others. The anguish that you experienced was not for nothing. It has provided you with the ability to comprehend, to feel compassion, and to assist other people when they experience pain. When you show love in a situation where the world anticipates animosity, when you choose to provide forgiveness in situations where the rest of the world anticipates fury, you become a reflection of the divine. By acting with compassion, you can heal not just your own wounds, but also the wounds of other people, so bringing light into regions that had previously only known darkness. Your ability to bounce back from adversity will be one of your greatest assets. Those that are chosen are not exempt from experiencing difficulties, but they always manage to overcome them. Every challenge that you have faced has contributed to the development of an unwavering faith that you were not even aware you possessed. With every storm that has passed, you have grown more deeply entrenched in your belief that others can be trusted. Surviving is more than just resilience. In spite of the obstacles that attempted to be your undoing, it is standing tall, scarred, yet it has not been shattered. Being aware of the fact that God has placed something within you that nothing can ever take away from you, your anchor will be prayer. Prayer is more than just a ritual for those who have been chosen. It is life in and of itself. It is how you align yourself with the energy of the divine. The means by which you achieve clarity when you are feeling confused, the manner in which you gather strength when you feel vulnerable. When you pray, you are establishing a direct connection to the source, providing you with a reminder that you are never truly by yourself. Whenever you have whispered in despair, and whenever you have wept without saying a word, those prayers were audible. The results of each and every one of them will now be shown to you. And more than anything else, your legacy will be one of love. The lives of those who are chosen are not lived solely for their own benefit, but rather to express the never-ending love that God has for them. That love is not subject to any conditions. It is not determined by what you have accomplished or have failed to do. The undeniable fact that you are being observed is something that cannot be changed. You are both appreciated and cherished. You are already more than enough in the sight of God. As you embark on this new phase of your life, you will gain an understanding of what love looks like in its most unadulterated form. Each and every ache will be completely eliminated. Each fear will disappear. All of the restrictions will be gone. Eternal tranquility will be what remains. Therefore, listen to this carefully. You have not reached the last stage. You are standing on the precipice of something that is considerably more significant than you could possibly understand. Your sacred calling, your metamorphosis, and your awakening are all happening now. You have undergone a period of preparation, testing, and refinement, and you are now ready to proceed. Do not be afraid of the change that is coming. Don't attempt to prevent the change from occurring. Make it a part of your life. Take a confident first step into it. Chosen one, you are now embarking on a journey toward destiny, since this is the purpose for which you were created. You are about to enter the reality that you were destined to experience throughout your life. Now that you have finished the goal of endurance, you are beginning the mission of fulfillment. This is your opportunity to make the most of the moment. This is the moment that you have been waiting for. And nothing, whether it be fear, doubt, or opposition, will be able to halt the things that have already been set in motion for you.